Welcome to Cliffyland. This is night one of week number 185 of our 4-year, 193-week Learn to Cook Challenge. Tonight we have finally reached our home country of the United States of America. And tonight we will be making a bison chili with cornbread and a cactus, chayote, and green apple salad. So, we just finished cooking and eating the meal. Came out really well. Did a stream on Meerkat and on Periscope. And wouldn't you know it, the Meerkat thing just kind of went wiggy for a while. So this little introduction just to let you know what you're about to see. So, right now, tune in and watch, see how it went. Enjoy! Okay, so I don't know why the Meerkat stream died, but we're back. But in any case, let's get going. We're going to get started on our chili. So for that, I'm going to move you, Periscope people, to the bird's eye view. I wonder, is there chili in other parts of the world? It's just not the question I ever asked myself. Get you up in the sky there. Yeah. Okay. Trying to give you something of an angle because we're working on two fronts here. There. Hopefully that worked. Okay. I apologize to everyone on Meerkat. I do not know why it decided to just die on me there. But we're going to do our chili in this over here. And I need to turn the air down because it is hot in here and it's going to get warmer. Welcome to South Florida. It doesn't say anything about the tablespoons of chili, oil in the recipe. I've gotten all 3 Native American recipes off a website that focuses on sort of contemporary recipes for Native American peoples. So make of that what you will. So heating up. We're heating up the oil for our bison. What are you making? Right now, I'm starting off by making a bison chili. Then I'm going to be making a cornbread. And lastly, we'll be making a chayote, green apple, and cactus salad. So we're going to be using cactus. We have not used cactus since we cooked Mexico back way before streaming in Meerkat and Periscope and such. So, and again, I apologize to anyone on Periscope if I don't see your comments before they fly away. We're also on Meerkat simultaneously. So we're going to start off, and I need to get my camera, because we're going to be taking pictures as we go. And every last bit of counter space is accounted for here. So we're going to start off by, in our oil, we're going to drop in our ground bison meat. That's bison is buffalo, if you're not used to it. One of the benefits of being in the United States and North America, you can get buffalo meat, bison meat, without too much trouble. I doubt you could say the same if you were in Europe, perhaps. So we're going to add that in, and then we're also going to add in the onions, and we're going to let the meat brown and the onions soften at the same time. These are white onions, incidentally. Normally, I use yellow onions when I'm sorry you can't see. Hopefully that works better if you don't fall in. I don't know if the stream dying killed the comments. Stay. Okay. So the yellow onions are what I would normally use in most circumstances. However, white onions are more, know what? The yellow onions are what I normally use. I just want to see you cook. That's okay. I normally just use the yellow onions. White onions is what I was using when I was starting out, because that's what I would see at the grocery store when I'd go out. However, I then discovered that yellow onions are kind of what's more commonly used in most places around the world. And white onions are more Mexican, Central American, in this case, Native American. I love to cook too. Great! Well, we're doing 3 things here. Oh my god, I'm so sweaty already. But we're gonna let these soften. And I really hope the Meerkat stream works. I really, really do. Because that's what I use to put everything up on YouTube. Incidentally, we're on YouTube. So in addition to liking, following, etc. on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just search for Cliffyland on YouTube. If we get enough subscribers, we'll finally have a custom URL, which we don't just yet. Boricua Queen! Compatriota, ¿cómo te va? Yo soy puertorriqueño, para que sepa. We are in South Florida. I was saying I'm Puerto Rican, in case you're wondering what I was saying. I'm Puerto Rican in South Florida. Is the chili going to be spicy or regular? It's going to be a little spicy. It's not going to be terribly spicy. There isn't a whole lot in the way of heat being provided to this dish, other than the chili powder and cumin, which is gives a little heat. But there isn't like cayenne pepper, oddly enough, in this. Though it will be dressed with jalapeno peppers, a slice of jalapeno at the end. I really feel that something is honking funky on the meerkat. I really do. If I could just ask someone to write a comment or something, because this seems to be acting up, and considering it dropped the stream before, I'm not too optimistic. In fact, I just wrote something now and it didn't go. Hey, yes. So again, we are browning the bison meat and softening the onions here. Again, the white onions normally used in Mexican and Central American and Southwest American dishes and salsas and such. They gives off a lot more water and crunch than your yellow onion or a sweet onion would. I really am fearful about the whole meerkat situation here. I am. I just want to see if it's working. Salsas and such. Echo, Narcissus, echo. And crunch. Then shush, I don't want to hear myself. Okay, I guess it's working. Sounds really good, yes. So I guess it's working, it's just everyone's being shy. So, once this is softened, which should be any minute now. Oh, thank you, Vicky. Thank you for liking the restream. Thank you for confirming that it's working. Like I said, I don't know why. Know the food. This is what happens when you miss half of the comments. So, this is starting to brown. And it is giving off a good deal of water, as I expected. Just no one on LOL. Well, you know. Italian food top. Yes, well, we did Italian food way back when we cooked Italy, way before Meerkat. Again, we're going alphabetical here. So we're all the way up to number 185. Italy was number 182. No, it was number 80. No, yes, it was number 82. So it was 2 years ago this week that we cooked Italy. Actually, where we are here in South Florida, in Palm Beach County, Florida specifically, the largest, the place, how can I put this? If you'd like ask everyone where they're from or their ethnic background, you know, traced to, the largest group of people in this county would say Italy. Which probably explains why there's, considering I can't really walk to any place from here, because we're in South Florida and nobody walks, I could walk to 4 Italian restaurants from where we are. So, just to give you an idea. So, that looks like it's sort of browned. And the onions look like they have softened. And time is running out. So, we're going to quickly add in the pinto beans. These are canned, they are drained. I have already drained and rinsed them, even though you see me pouring them in from the can. Looks can be deceiving. In the best of all possible worlds, that would not be canned, but such is life. Now we're going to add, it's supposed to be 2 cans of peeled tomatoes. I accidentally only bought 1. I did have an extra tomato. Playing video games, they might not comment. That's okay. I did peel a tomato, so that's the funky thing you see sitting on top here. So that's 1 regular peeled tomato, and the rest are from the can. And now we're going to add, it's half a cup of water. We may need to add more water later. And now we're going to add the spices. Let me mix this up first a little bit. Lavender Femchi, thanks again for liking the restream. I'm going to smash up this tomato. This is the one that wasn't in the can, so they will disintegrate over time, I hope, I imagine. Okay, so now let's add the spices in. Now we're going to add the chili powder. That's this like 2 tablespoons of chili powder here. Chili powder in. Then the dried cumin, or ground cumin rather. And the pepper, that's black pepper, and salt. And then I got my pages out of order. Yes, we're gonna mix this up, and then we're gonna cover it and let it cook for an hour. And then we're gonna move on to our cornbread. I believe my brain is a little fried right now. Interesting you chose the bison. The news in my talked about the bison is now the national animal. Yes. If you are in the States, you probably got it in school. If you're not, you may not know. The mighty bison roamed the Great Plains in huge numbers and provided everything to many tribes in North America. And then when the white man came and started colonizing across the Manifest Destiny, etc., etc., people started hunting the bison to near extinction. Before, thankfully, that was stopped, and now there are some wild bison you can find in national parks, but they are also farmed. So that's where the ground bison meat comes from here. So we're going to let that come to a boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for an hour. I do have my lid over here, so I see it bubbling, so I'm going to turn it down to a simmer and then cover that. Yay! Okay, so that takes care of that for the moment. We will check back on you in an hour. But meanwhile, we've got stuff to do. We're going to move on to our 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Here we go. To the cornbread. So we're going to preheat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. And Love Nail Polish, thank you for liking the restream. So now we're going to move, and since we're not going to be on the stove, I'm going to move first the Meerkat people back over here, because this is going to be in a different locale. Stay right there. We're listening to music of Native American flutes and the sounds of nature. And now we move you. Come this way. Now, you kind folks on the Periscope, sorry for making you all nauseous right there for the moment. I'm going to stick you on the bird's eye view here, so hold on tight. Yeah. So you'll get a better view. Whoa, no, not that far down. Hold on. Adjusting. Just a little adjustment. There you go. Okay. I'll try to get a little closer. Okay. So, we are going to have 2 bowls happening here for our, yes, hello, the Love Nail Polish. Okay, I need to get my camera and my water back over here. And a whisk, because we're going to be whisking things together for our cornbread. Dry ingredients and wet ingredients. And now that my back is turned on the Periscope people, I apologize again for being less likely to be able to see. But we're going to have the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. And for this, we're going to start off with our all-purpose flour in a bowl. And that's 1 cup. And then there's going to be corn flour, or cornmeal actually. This is a fine cornmeal. And then we're going to be adding the baking soda to this. And then we're going to be adding the salt. And then we're going to whisk that together. Did I take out my whisk? Yes, I did. So I'm going to whisk all the dry ingredients together. Incidentally, this cornbread recipe, it seems like a very standard cornbread recipe with a couple little interesting twists. I had previously made a cornbread recipe sort of off the A to Z challenge. If you are looking online or on the blog, if you go to the blog post for Sao Tome and Principe, that's S-A-O-T-O-M-E and Principe, you'll find the bonus dish we did on there and on the video for the world's greatest basil cornbread. We just had extra time to kill. I did a dish that was not part of the country, and it turned out to be one of the best things I've ever done. So if you're interested, check that out. We're going to see how this one goes, though. Okay, in this bowl, we're going to add in our egg and egg whites. That's 1 egg and then 2 egg whites. I put them together because I'm running out of bowls. So we're going to drop those in. There. Salmonella, go away. And to that, we're going to add the milk and oil. So we have, where's our milk? Here's our milk, here's our oil. Okay, so we're going to add a cup of milk. And this happens to be fat-free milk, and they actually suggested fat-free milk, so I went with it. Normally, I always kind of go towards the more fatty, just in case. Hey, Rob, how you doing? I'm so looking forward to my new apron. And this is the oil. So we have, so that's egg whites, milk, and oil. And mixing all this up. Something is missing. Something is definitely missing. Oh, that's coming next. Okay, never mind. I went through a lot of trouble for a particular ingredient. I just didn't want to accidentally miss out on it. So, now that we have our wet ingredients, and we have our dry ingredients, we're going to mix the wet ingredients into the dry. And I know if I was doing this, you know, in a more normal way, I would be making a little well and slowly adding it. It's kind of hard to do that when I'm trying to take pictures and talk at the same time. We're mixing all of this together to make our dough for the Native American cornbread. There were 2 different cornbreads from this particular website. One was a Pueblo stovetop cornbread. I decided to go with this one because it looked a little more interesting. These are weird little nature sounds. I feel like I should be camping right now or something. Okay. And I'm going to need that fork to get that out of there. But now we're going to add in, it's supposed to be about 4 ounces of cheddar cheese. I just cooked the United Kingdom last week, so I have this leftover Welsh cheddar cheese, and it isn't 4 ounces, but it's good enough. I shredded it earlier. So that is what I'm going to be adding now. So it's going to be very cheesy. And just a little bit spicy, because the this cheddar cheese has a little bit of a kick. And now that we've added that, we're going to add in our chilies. Now this said a 4-ounce can of green chilies, and honestly, I did not know what the heck they meant. In fact, we have a Guatemalan population right nearby here, and there is a market or two that catered to that population. So these sort of Central American, Southwest American ingredients can be found easily nearby. But honest to God, I went through and I could not find what the heck they meant by can of green chilies. Did they mean jalapeno chilies? What did they mean? So instead of that, I figured we have actually grown our own. I've been dying for peri-peri peppers since I first read about them cooking Angola 4 years ago. But we have a what do you call basket of firecrackers or something like that, chilies on the patio, and so we finally got some. And so I'm going to take those and I'm going to use those instead. This is going to give a fair amount of kick, because the smaller and the redder the pepper, the hotter it is. So the smaller is the key. If it's a small pepper, it's going to be a hot pepper. Let me change over to a wooden spoon here. And now we're going to add our key ingredient, which is actual corn. The recipe called for a 14-ounce can of corn, but I said, what the heck, we get fresh corn, you know, any day of the week. So I got two ears of corn, shucked them, and ran them through the food processor. So that's what we're looking at here. I don't know if it's 14 ounces or not, but, you know, it's just the way it is. Okay, so now we're going to mix all this up. And this is going to be our cornbread. We're not doing too badly on time, amazingly. Even though we still haven't gotten our oven preheated to 350 as I would like. So while I wait for it to preheat, I'm going to tell you a story about cornbread, since I'm cooking cornbread. If you've been with the challenge for a while, you know that the origin story is that I never learned to cook. Back when I was in college, I accidentally almost killed myself because I did not get any food basics, and I did something really stupid, and that kept me out of the kitchen for about years, until 4 years ago I finally decided to, after a lot of other stuff, decided to start cooking. I did a dish from Afghanistan, and then I've been doing a country a week in alphabetical order, and now we're at 185, which is the United States. However, when I was a little kid, I was reading a book about as a historical fiction, a little kid, and the little kid in the book was trying to find out what George Washington had for breakfast. And I thought that was kind of an interesting question myself. And so, after much ado, the child found what George Washington had for breakfast, and he had the recipe. And I went to my grandmother. I was staying with her in Puerto Rico. And I said, Grandma, I want to make this recipe. And she laughed at me, like the idea that I wanted to cook something was comical. But I gave her the ingredient list, and we went to the grocery store, and we bought everything. And I made it, and I tasted it, and I went, this is cornbread. I've had this. So, cornbread is what George Washington had for breakfast. Now I know. May not be this cornbread, but in any case, we have our mix. We have a baking tin here, and now we're going to mix in the dough into the already oiled, I sprayed it with olive oil, baking dish. It's supposed to be a 9-inch baking dish. I assume that's what this is. If you know me, you know I have a very difficult time with distance and space. Of course, I'd have to take out my ruler to figure out. This seems like it's not nearly enough volume for this, but hey, maybe it'll be very low. Because I think there's less cheese, certainly, and there's perhaps less corn than the volume originally asked for, but hey, again, it's only 2 of us eating, so c'est la vie. Speaking of c'est la vie, in reading about the food of the United States, I just learned a few interesting things. So there was the food of the Native Americans, which varied depending on your region. And then the different colonizers came in. They were from Great Britain and Holland. Of course, they were from Spain and where we are here in Florida. And they were French in Canada and, around Louisiana and some parts of the Louisiana Purchase later. And, of course, the Russians up in Alaska. However, and the Spanish in Mexico and Texas and such. However, the first cookbook, the first American cookbook, was published in 1785, and at this point the Americans hated the French, it doesn't make any sense to me because the French sort of helped us, but they hated the French at least in terms of their food. 1765, but they hated the French. And the cookbook talked about how it hated French food and how French food was terrible, and they hated all things related to French food. Which is really weird. And then this kind of jived in with history of the French people in Nova Scotia being moved, and they wound up going to either Louisiana or Maine or New Brunswick, which things I did not know. So we're going to take our batter, our dough, in our baking dish here, and we're going to move it into the oven and put it in the oven at 350 for about, how long? I believe it's about 40 minutes. Yes. So, set timer for 40 minutes. Okay, in that time, now we're going to move on to our salad. Are we right? Are we there? Yep, we're right. Okay, so for our salad, we have our ingredients set out here. You can see them already. But we have our one piece of cactus. I could only buy a package of 4, but this is the big paddle of cactus. Nopales, and it's in the nopalitos. You'd commonly eat it in Mexico. It's a southwestern favorite. However, you know how you get pricked by touching cactus? I've been bitten by it twice already, and once in the store. So, I only got one, but we also have navel oranges. We have limes over here. Hey, Airman, thank you for the restream. We have Granny Smith apple, which we have soaking in water with honey to keep it from oxidizing. And we have, which one is it? Chayote. Chayote, you may not be familiar with chayote. Oh, it hasn't been pre-cleaned? No, we're going to take care of that right now. But chayote looks like a funky-looking pear that's been like that. But we peeled, didn't peel it, but we sliced that up. But now here comes the tricky part. We are going to gamely attempt to peel this sucker. And wish me luck, because I'm going to need it. I would like to have a receptacle for this, but it looks like I've used up every last one in the house. Okay. Need to clean something. Okay. Yes, you can buy nopales, the cactus, already cleaned and sort of preserved in a jar. This said to lie it flat, so I'm gonna do that. I've never done this before, so wish me luck. So the premise is to the vegetable peeler to peel it. Wow, this ain't gonna be easy, because it's not entirely flat. Wow, good times. Okay. Well, you know what? It's gonna get sliced anyway. So it's gonna be easier to peel. They're gonna end up getting sliced eventually, so I guess it's easier to peel if I slice it first. Okay, here goes. So, peeling. Again, hopefully not breaking my hands. I don't know. I did not watch a YouTube video on how to do this first. Which I probably should have. That would have been a smart thing to do. Hey, KDC. Thank you for the like. There's our cactus here. Okay. That looks like skin. Okay, let's look at you. How about you? No. That's breaking up. Am I doing this right? Yep. Oh, I have a pot of boiling water, of salted water, that I need to get boiling over there, because we're going to take care of these in a minute. I'm glad I'm only doing one, and not all 4 of the ones I have in the fridge. I first ate nopales when I went to Playa del Carmen in Mexico. I said I want to get away from the tourist traps, and I just kind of walked around the corner to where the local people ate, and that's where I went. That's the trash, right? Yes. Okay. Wow. Fun, fun, fun. I'm still waiting for my water to boil, but still. This is a little tougher than I expected. Wow, not easy indeed. Yeah, it said vegetable peeler, so that's what I'm using. No. I'm starting to think maybe a knife. Peeling, let's try a paring knife. Let's see if I fare any better with a paring knife. Yeah, I think so. Well, one thing you can say about nature sounds, it's less likely, I hope, that the copyright gods on YouTube will be saying, hey, that's someone else's music. Yes, I am trying with a knife. That's the mandolin. That's a good idea, but I don't think I'm supposed to shred it. And trust me, with a mandolin, there's a piece of equipment that I have, and I've gotten so frustrated with it, I've not gone back to trying a mandolin in forever. Okay. I think I want these to land in the bowl. So that's where I'll put them. Okay. Again, thankfully, there's only one of these. Yeah. Okay. I think it's just to get the thorns out. And they're going to be blanched in the pot that I just set to boil behind me. Yeah, this is better. It's like Survivor. There's a learning curve on this. There. Okay, missed a spot. Okay. True, I like your music. Yeah. You're trash anyway. Yes, I always try to get music from the country. However, in big Western countries with, popular music that people have heard, that presents a copyright challenge. So I try to go with the local folk music. But the United States is going to be interesting since we're doing Native American this time. Though there is a large recording industry of Native American music, until recently they had fought very hard to get a Grammy category in Native American music, which they had for a few years, but then I guess there weren't enough people submitting in various categories. They took all these folk things and put it all under the folk category. So now Hawaiian music, which was its own, is all blended in with Native American music and traditional American folk music in their own Grammy category. So it's just a weird situation, and don't ask me why I know such things. I'm a font of useless information, all contained in this space. Okay, that seemed to have worked okay. Yes, I think. Ow! Well, that I spoke too soon. That just went right into my finger. Little bugger. I was about to say it was working well, and I had not poked myself, and then I poked myself. We had one of these cactuses outside our front door when I was growing up. Did not know you could cook with it, though. Harvesting the landscaping, something we've done here before with the, what do you call, the screw pine outside that I use. It's called pandan, like panda with an N at the end. I use it in cooking rice for Southeast Asian dishes. It gives rice really good fragrance. I don't know what kind of vegetable peeler they're expecting me to use, because mine did not want to address this at all. Okay, missed a spot. These little things are staying behind and they're biting me. Okay. Ow! God, speaking of which, dang it. Beware of your food, it might bite you. They're like invisible. Okay. Wow, it feels like I have a window open somewhere. But no, that's in the music. Just like the white-winged dove, sing songs like this, they're singing. Ooh, baby, ooh. Did you go to PR and do a Snapchat? Yes, I did. I did Snapchat in Puerto Rico. I did a variety of them. When we were there, went to a relative's house who lives in, I guess it's a development, but there's all this wilderness around, and they have fruit trees and everything. So it was very cool just going out there. You could grab mangoes and ajonjolí, sesame. Oh, god dang it. There was a plant, and we were looking at it, and I was trying to remember what the name of it was. I had to ask my mother, and everyone was having debate on what it was. Acerola. That's what it is. But it was very cool, and there was some kind of weasel or something that was running in the background, but there were all these gigantic iguanas. Not all big peelers, all the same, indeed. Okay, so this is as good as that's going to get. So let me get rid of all this before it all pokes me, and then I'm going to make sure it's trimmed properly. And it looks like our water has come to a boil. So, it's supposed to be... These things are really tiny, those little stingers. Okay, so it says 1/4 inch thick. So, again, me not knowing how to gauge things, it was gorgeous. So thank you. It was very nice. It was very cool. And but it's like everyone gets can get a golf cart and just can go around the neighborhood, and you could see all these different trees. And I figured, you know, most people aren't, you know, from Puerto Rico, so there's a lot of these trees they've never seen. The idea of, you know, banana trees every 10 feet, which, you know, to me is common, but to someone else might be, you know, very exotic. So, and then of course at night you get the coqui, which is a little tree frog, a small little tree frog, which is unique to Puerto Rico. It's itty bitty, it's tiny, it's like about that big. And at night you just hear them at night going coqui, coqui, coqui. And so it's, I mean, I hear that and I know I'm, you know, and I feel like I'm back home, because I am. Although there was news that some genius decided to take these to Hawaii, and now they're in Hawaii, and they're, you know, exotic creatures, and they're annoying, and they're not supposed to be in Hawaii. And so, never bring exotic plants and animals to someplace. It's not ever a good idea. And there's a tree here in South Florida. It's called the Australian pine, which is a pine tree from Australia. However, the legend has it that two ladies went to Australia for, you know, and had tea under one of these trees and said, "Oh, there's a lovely tree," and they brought it home. And there's no natural predators or anything, nothing to stop it from doing its thing here in Florida. And it wound up killing all the native wildlife. So they have a bounty on it. If you cut one down, they'll give you money. And they used to be everywhere here. Now you can still see them around, but they're not nearly as omnipresent as they used to be. So we have cut our cactus into a million little pieces, and our water is boiling. And now, let me wash my hands real quick. Because the cactus gives off a goo, kind of gooey on the inside, so that's kind of gotten all over my hands. Okay, so now we're going to move you. You stay there for a minute. That pine is so invasive. Yes, it is. We're going to move you over the stove. So stand by for another tree movement. Okay. I'll move you out of the line of fire of the steam. This is our bison chili that's sitting right over here, in case you're wondering. And now over here, I'm gonna move you. Hold on. Tuck your head. Okay. It's steamy. So we're gonna blanch our cactus real quickly, but I need to take a picture before I forget. I should have taken a picture before I started with that whole cactus business. But we're gonna take these and put them in the water for 1 minute. Open stopwatch. Go. So we're gonna let that go in there for just, ow, God, ugh. It's gotten stuck in my finger. It's like a splinter, ow. But for a minute. And then goes, ouch, I hit my hand, yes. So 1 minute, and then we're gonna transfer it to an ice bath. Which we have sitting right here. We used it to peel our tomatoes earlier. And we have our slotted spoon with which we're going to take this out. Ow, God, how did that get into my shirt? Ow. Okay, not really keen on using fresh cactus anymore. Okay. Abdullah, thank you for the like. As he said as he put his face into the steam. Okay, off. Okay, so now we're going to pull these out and drop these into the ice bath. This is a dumb thing to pull them out with. This retards the cooking process. Or stops it. If I can get them all out. That's good enough. Off. And so now that that's in there, I can lose you. Okay. Put that over here just for a minute. Alrighty, so now we have our nopales in the ice water, And now we're going to drain that using the colander. And I'm going to drain that, but I need another vessel. So hold on. Okay, colander. Ice bath. Hold on. Picture of that. And now draining you. Oops, sorry, you can't see. I'm sorry. Trust me on this. We have the nopales being drained over behind you. You can watch the stew for a minute. Okay, so we've drained the cactus. And I need to get it out of the ice. That is very hot still. Okay. Ice goes away. Okay. So now we have our nopales drained and blanched over here. And now everybody, we're going to move you back over the stove. I just don't want to turn my back on you. I'm a giver that way. Okay. Hold on. Alrighty. Back over here. As we work on, hey, thank you, on the rest of the salad. Okay, and we're back. So we need to pat this dry. You know, the funny thing is that this salad is the most complicated dish that we're making tonight. So, now they're soft. And see how they taste. Crunchy. Oh, sweet. Nice. They taste like green beans. They say you can substitute green beans. Hey, oh, I like you, Ms. Lee. Thank you for the cactus. Ow, again with this. They're hiding somewhere. These little buggers that got stuck in my hands. So, you go back in here. Thank you, Ms. Lee. And, no, it's like a splinter is what's happening here. We'll have to address you later. Okay, So, then into this bowl. I really should have a bigger bowl for this, but do I anywhere? No, it's a mess. It's gonna have to be this bowl. Wish me luck. Okay, get out my colander again. Because into this we are going to add in 3 other things. Where's my camera? Here. We're going to add in the apples. Ow, God. How do you get a splinter out of your finger? Ow, dang it. Okay, apples. Let me drain these. Again, we have the apples sitting in some honey water to keep them from oxidizing earlier. These are 1 Granny Smith apple, which was unpeeled and cored and sliced thinly. So the apples go in. And then our chayote. You're doing great. Thank you. Thank you, Lavender Femchi. So I'm going to drain the chayote. These again were cleaned, peeled, and sliced thinly. So, and they were sitting in the honey water too, in case they would oxidize too. I'm not really sure whether they would or not, but those taste really good. So, there's the chayote, and now we're adding the chopped scallion get tweezer or grab with needles. Yes, I will have the husband take a look at that later. Scallions going in. Okay. Now, here we get the navel oranges. I peeled 2. Again, I've done half of this recipe. So, the premise here, if I'm following, is to peel it, and then segment it, and then the white pith to be saved. And, ow, it's my middle finger. I have to remember that. I think that's as good as it gets. They would have oxidized. I figured they probably would have. So take the segments of the navel orange and drop them in, saving the white pith, because the white pith is going to be used in its own way. So saving that. Hey, thank you for joining. So this is our Chayote green apple and cactus salad, which is our Southwest American, Native American dish that we're doing here. These are the navel oranges we're adding. It's funny, this is the first, I don't care. It just tastes so good. So, it said to squeeze the pith, but there really isn't enough there to squeeze. However, it does say to, am I doing this right? Yes, to take the second orange and squeeze it over the everything. I don't have a giant orange squeezer, so I'm going to use my lemon squeezer for this. Hold on. And then you. Oh, there we go. That's not a lot of juice. That's not a lot of juice at all. Doesn't seem at all fair. I have a juicer. Screw it. It's too good to throw away. Oh. I love navel oranges. That went in my eye. Ow. So now that we've sort of, squeezed the orange into there, this is going to be the death of me, I swear. We have our limes. And we've already cut them open. And so now we're just going to squeeze the lime juice on the top of that as well. Focus. Okay. Again, that was my eye. I'm covered in citrus juice right now. So I've taken 2 limes here. I am absolutely bathed in this juice right now. And lastly, okay. Phew. So now, let me wash off because I'm a mess. And we have still have about 20 minutes to go on the everything. Okay, so now we're going to add in the salt and pepper. So we have salt. And we have pepper. And when does that happen? That happens later. Okay, so we're going to toss this. Let me clean this up. I have salad tossing equipment. Hiding. Okay. Really need a bigger bowl for this. You're gonna need a bigger bowl. But like I said, for the nopales, if you can't find the cactus green beans, and it's really funny, they do taste like green beans. They taste like fresh green beans. So we're gonna supposedly let the nopales wilt, is the idea. I don't know how wilting happens, but that's what it says. It has to sit there for about 30 minutes, which is kind of about when dinner is going to be. In the meantime, we need to do one more thing. So we're not just sitting around. We have more to do. We have our green raw pumpkin seeds, pepitas, and we are going to heat those up. So we're going to move back to the stove. So that means you're going to get dizzy again. So there is so much trash here. Hold on. I need to clear this out. I hate leaving a sink full of stuff, but here we go. So you are moving. This way. Fly, monkeys, fly. Okay, you're gonna be good. You're just gonna stay. Okay, so now we have. Oh, hi! Almost forgot about you. Who we got here? Armand, greetings. Thank you for the like there. We are doing 3 things at the same time. In case you're wondering, we have our bison chili sitting here. This is for our Native American dinner from the United States. In the oven, we have our cornbread. And we're about to do the last bit here for the cactus, green apple, and chayote salad. And for this, we're going to take the small burner, and I need to get my notes so I don't forget. Okay, so we're going to have 2 tablespoons of oil that we're going to heat up in here. This could be canola oil. So I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of oil. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Again, I've cut this into, thank you, into half of the recipe because there's only 2 of us eating. And even with that, there's going to be lots of leftovers. So these are the pumpkin seeds, the green pumpkin seeds. And once I get my oil heated up, and we're going to cook the pumpkin seeds until they're golden and yellow, which should be about 3 to 4 minutes. So I'll get my camera and we'll be ready to go on that. And here we go. It's really wild seeing these with a live photo on the new iPhone and iPad, because when I look at them, I just see myself pouring the stuff. So we're heating those until it's supposed to be under like a moderate heat, which is always weird to gauge on this stove with the hello from Kurdistan. Greetings. Assalamu alaikum. Yes. Many people from Kurdistan on Meerkat these days. Welcome. At this point, yes. Are you in Erbil? Out of curiosity. I'm always asking. No one ever answers that question. I've gone to Google Maps and Google Images, and you can do kind of a street view through lots of places in the country, but I went through Erbil and was looking at all the different monuments, and it's a very lovely place. So we're looking for 3 minutes. I will have to translate that from the Arabic, or someone can copy and paste from some app. Aksalam, yes. Thank you. To you as well. I was cooking with a cactus, and I pricked myself with my finger in 2 places that I cannot see. So that's what's happening with my hand. The dangers of cooking with food that can bite you back. So as you can see, I think you can, they're starting to change colors. Starting to get a little golden. They're supposed to get puffed. These are pumpkin seeds. It's a funny thing, the pumpkin seeds don't cost much, but you can only buy them in a package this big, and I only needed this many. So I'm going to have to find some other use for pumpkin seeds. Once that does that, let me get my cayenne over here. You very nice. You as well, my friend. And so we have maybe another minute or 2 to get those golden. Then we're going to have to let that cool in the oil. And then there's going to be a whole process to get the dressing going. So I'm going to be using every moment of the time here while our stew is cooking. Speaking of which, I should check and see if it needs more water. Ow, no, it's doing fine. Thank you. Ow. Wow. Oh, I see something now. There it is right there. Ow. I should just leave it alone. If I had any brains, I would leave it alone. Maybe I got it. My friend, yes. So we have another minute. They're starting to turn golden. And then we're going to let them cool. I want to ask how everyone in Kurdistan landed on meerkat, but I don't think that's something that that I'll likely get a long response on. I'm curious, because it's a rather interesting phenomenon. And similarly, we are on Periscope, we're on Meerkat at the same time. And while we wait for this for another minute, just to let you know, right now we're working on a video, which is going to be our big introduction on our YouTube channel, which will explain to everyone what this is about. It will go up about the time that we finish with Zimbabwe, which will be our last country, which is coming up in 8 weeks. We'll be finished with our very last official United Nations member state country. And when that's done, we're going to work through a number of other territories / nations which are not United Nations member states to cover. They're all going to be kind of controversial places, so I'm bracing myself. But that's going to include Palestine and Kosovo and Taiwan and Western Sahara and maybe a couple. You speak Kurdish? No, I know one word. I looked up. I tried to look up how to say certain things. Where did I find it? I had it right here. I think I still have it. Yeah, where is it? Here we go. I got Silo and Nawitusiye. I don't know how to pronounce with the letters. Ewarebas. So that's as close as I get. Okay, so now we're gonna let this cool in the oil. So I need to just move it off to the one side. And once that cools, we're gonna add in our cayenne pepper into that. Where are we at? And hold on. Check. Pumpkin seeds, check. And so then we're gonna have to drain our mange. Okay, let me find that one. Did not see that one. Or is that... No. One Patricia Ann, thank you for liking the restream. We are working on 3 things. We are working on our bison chili. We're doing the United States of America. Tonight we're doing a Native American dinner, trying to cover parts of the United States. This is our bison, this is buffalo chili, which we have going here. In the oven we have our cornbread, which is cooking, and then we're working together on a cactus, green apple, and chayote salad, which is sort of marinating of sorts behind me in citrus juices. These are pumpkin seeds, which we have cooked in some oil and letting it cool down. But now we need to see how our cornbread is doing while we wait for that to cool down. So since you're here, you can see, and that's turned off. Let me get my oven mitts. I need to see if the cornbread is ready, or if it needs another few minutes. I will need a toothpick for this. So, grabbing one of those, toothpick, there, and I'm going to not put my hands in the hot stove. You from America? Yes, we are in Florida, in the United States. We are near Miami, in between Miami and Disneyland, Disney World, with Mickey Mouse. We have the beach and crazy people. Another one bit me. Ow. Right there, too. Great. Okay. Ooh, this looks nice. That's the cornbread. Let's see if it's ready. Toothpick. Looks like it is ready. Although it could be a little browner, so I'm going to let it sit for another 5 minutes. Or 4 minutes. Set timer for 3 minutes. Let's go 3 minutes. Yes, we're from Jupiter, Florida. City, Miami, very nice. Yes, it's very hot, very crazy. People from everywhere. People drive like crazy. And that's where I am from. But I am now 2 hours away, north of Miami. So, now that this has cooled off a little, I think I'm going to go right ahead and add in the cayenne pepper to the pumpkin seeds. And mix that up. And now, oh brother, I need to Kurdish speak. I wish I could. I saw someone had a little invention with a little ear thing. They're working on it, but this little ear thing, and the other person puts it in, and they speak one language, and hears it, and it translates in your ear. So you can speak one language, and the other person speaks the other language, and you can understand each other, which is nice idea. Okay, what's happening over here is I need a bigger bowl for the salad, and all my bowls are all used up. So while I let that oil cool, I am cleaning a bowl behind you. It's not the prettiest thing in the world to watch. What is name? Oh, my name is Cliff. Cliff, which is like jumping off a cliff. So, and this is my place, so I call it Cliffy Land. But my name is Cliff. And your name is Armand, yes? Armand Kuchar. Or is it Kuchar? Okay, so I think we're done with this area. So we're going to move back over there. So, ow! I've got things all over myself. I've the spines. So I'm gonna need tweezers like from here till next week. And then I think they've gotten in the apron, so I touch my apron and I get pricked all over again. Cliff, nice. Ah, yes. Thank you. Okay, we're moving you again. Sorry about that. Keep getting everyone all dizzy. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, my goodness. Time ran out so fast. Okay, we're gonna take out the cornbread. You stay there. Time's up. I love you. That's very nice of you. Thank you. And...
This feels like music you'd hear walking around Epcot or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like Epcot sounded. Ah. Ouch. Okay, our cornbread. One more time. Right there. And I'm gonna let that cool a little bit. Let's take a picture. And now I need to move this back over here. Ow. And we're back. Osama Kurit Nazit. I do not know that. Okay. So we are going to drain the salad here over the in a colander, and I need a colander big enough for that. It's going to be this one. So this is going to be drained on top of that. There wasn't that much juice, but the premise is that the juice goes down. Peshwar, thank you for the like. So drain the juices down. And then what's gonna happen? Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna move everyone back again. No speak English, chill. Yes, I understand. It's okay. You're my friend. We're okay. So, I'm going to put this back in this bowl now.
Do I see hot peppers?
Yes, there are hot peppers somewhere. There's cayenne in the what we just did, in the pumpkin seeds, and there are the peppers from the plant upstairs in the cornbread. Oh, that was your question.
No, yes. I thought I saw like jalapeno.
Oh yes, that goes. The jalapenos go on top of the chili. Okay, so you over here. I hope I don't need that again. So I don't know for sure. I am not moving everyone a second time, or a third time, or a fourth time. I need a small. The tiniest saucepan. I'm not moving everyone again because it's going to make everyone dizzy. Very, very good. Thank you. So I'm taking the juices here and putting them in a saucepan. And I'm going to boil them until they're syrupy. So that's what's happening. Good boy, Cliff. Thank you. It's funny how things translate and don't. So this is going to be our salad. And I should probably get the salad bowl for that. But what's going to happen is that that's going to boil.
Boil salad?
No, the juices are going to boil. The weird part is it doesn't say what to do with the pumpkin seeds. I probably messed up there. So give me a second here. And I will find it. I'm hungry. Yes. So am I.
So am I.
Yes. That makes 3 of us. We're looking for salad. Salad. Go. No. Back. Back. Salad. This recipe is on this website of Native American recipes, but it is a very long webpage. So I'm trying to figure out where the seeds go. Okay. So I'm gonna need more oil. Hello? Justin? Nah. We have someone with your name who lives not that far away. Ow! I'm never working with Cactus again. At least not without protective gloves.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. You home? Yes, this is my home. We're in Florida, in Jupiter. In Jupiter, Florida. I'll show you where we are, since we have a minute. Okay, this is us. This is everybody. Hold on tight. Don't fall off. Okay, here's the United States. And there's Florida. And we're right about there. That would be right there. Ow. Sorry, I have very bad eyesight.
You do?
Well, I can't see close up. Ayman, greetings. Salam. Okay, let's see how this is doing. It's supposed to get syrupy. So the juices and salt and pepper and salt, I said salt already, draining down, and that's going to become a salad dressing. And
So some salt with our salt and pepper?
Salt and the salt and pepper, indeed. Who are you at your house? Oh, you mean who is this? This is my husband.
Hello.
And we're going to be eating soon. Because our chili should be ready now. And I have... ooh, shoot. I need to mix in... Hold on. I need to mix in the... this is cilantro. Cilantro, everyone, going into the chili. I need a spatula. Is there a spatula? Well, that'll work too.
I haven't seen the other one.
It's around. That smells really good, by the way.
What's in the other pan?
There's the juices for the salad, which will make up a salad dressing. Okay. So we're waiting for that to boil down into a syrup, and then that's going to be mixed in with some oil. I think there's enough oil in here, so I don't think it really needs too much more oil. But this is all going to be dressed all over this, which is the salad. Oh no. It's okay. I put in the cilantro, so we are fine. We are fine. And, but I think I can get ready to plate.
Ooh.
So we're going to need bowls for the chili and bowls for the salad. And then I'll move everyone to the plating station. Never mind.
Ow.
That's okay. Okay. So how is our salad boiling down over here? Let that go for another minute. Because I waited, I should have put in the cilantro a little earlier, but I'll be okay. Thankfully it's Friday, so we're not in a huge rush. I can cut the cornbread. Can I touch this? Yes. So, how about we move everyone to the plating station? We're now listening to native chants, which are getting a little violent. Not quite as relaxing as what we had before. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There you go. And now for you. Okay. And so we're going to try to cut the cornbread here. We're going to serve the cornbread on top of the chili, since that's sort of a thing that's done here. But for the first time, when I'm dealing with the country here, I can just say with confidence that this is how it's done, and I don't have to worry about it. Someone yelling at me saying, "That's not how we do it in my country." I get a lot of, "That's not how my grandmother did it." And I'm thinking, well, I'm not your grandmother, and I've never done this before. So, is it coming up? Yay! That's good. Good. Okay, our dressing, I think that's as good as that's going to get. So we have the oil here for the dressing. And I'm going to mix this in to this pot here that has the, oh, there's where the other spatula is, that has the pumpkin seeds. And I think there's enough oil. The oil is supposed to be separated, but it really seems like there's enough. So that is done. So this is our dressing for our salad. So we're going to pour that over the salad over here. Wow, that is really loud. The music changed rather dramatically. Okay. So here goes. This is the oil with the pumpkin seeds and the cayenne and the various citrus juices, the lime juice and orange juice. And now we're going to toss this sucker. And serve it, and then it's going to be dinner. Ow! So again, this is our cactus, green apple, and chayote salad with pumpkin seeds and oranges. And so now, somehow, I need to. This implement works better with leaves. Not with the fruits and vegetables. Okay, that's one. Hi. Hello, how are you doing? Greetings. We are ready to plate here. This is our night one of the United States, which is our home country. It is also nation number 185 in our 193 nation around the world Learn to Cook adventure. We've worked our way through all 184 countries that alphabetically before this, and now we're at our home country. We're doing a Native American dinner tonight. This is our salad, which is a green apple, chayote, and cactus salad, which is a Southwest American, Native American offering. Let me clean that up so we can take a nice picture. And then, get this out of the way. I need to take a picture. So we need to pose and look pretty. Ow. And then we have our chili, who is talking in the background. That is my husband. He is the other person who is going to be eating tonight. And now we serve our chili, which is our bison chili, buffalo bison chili, which is going to be served into these bowls here.
I used to live in Buffalo.
Yes. Buffalo soldier. And ow. So bison, buffalo, same thing. Have a little bit of leftovers. And then onto that, we're going to place some jalapeno peppers. Hopefully,
We like it spicy here.
yes. We've learned to enjoy hot, spicy food. Oops, no, this one is gonna go that way. Okay, and then to that, I'm gonna serve it with cornbread on top. So here goes with the cornbread. Piece of cornbread on top. Piece of cornbread. Ow, 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 ow. On top. So I'm going to take a picture of this one. Okay. Smile pretty. And there we go. So, there you have it. Can we watch you eat? No. That would be nice, but no. But you know what? I will taste it. I will do the thing I'm supposed to do and give it a taste. Which I should anyway. So I'm going to take a piece of the cornbread. Cornbread here. Yummy. A little dense, but it's not leaven, so it tastes like cornmeal. It's cornbread, and it tastes really good in this. Okay, I will taste that too. I'll taste it out of the pot. Okay, here goes. Yeah. Cheers. Oh God, I like that. It's good. It has a little radiant heat too, which I'm surprised. And I'll try a piece of the salad. Yeah. Good. Okay, so this time, for real, that does it for tonight. This is, again, night 1 of 3 nights of the United States. We will also be cooking on Sunday night and on Tuesday night, doing traditional American fare, as traditional as I can to cover the entire, all 50 states of the U.S. So this is our Native American night. The other 2 nights will be more, generic. But I hope that I do my country proud. I hope you like it. So tune in. Again, follow here on Meerkat. You can follow on Periscope. Tell your friends. Like on Facebook. Follow on Twitter. You can follow on Instagram and Tumblr and Pinterest. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just search for Cliffyland and subscribe. You can see the videos that will be posted tomorrow. So thank you so much.